Hi friends, welcome back to our channel. My name is Karen. Today we are going to go shopping in one of my local stores, Meijer, and I'm going to share with you some of my staple pantry items that I love to have on hand. We are always entertaining and having family over, and I never want to be caught without having something to put out just for entertaining purposes, or just for those nights that my husband and I want to have a yummy, delicious dinner, and one that's easy and simple. So let's go ahead, go inside and get shopping. If you've been a subscriber, you know how much I love to have fresh blooms in my house. They are a must. And right now I'm picking out some beautiful tulips to put on my table because I'm gonna make a delicious meal for all of you here in a little bit. The first item I'm gonna grab here is some spinach. I love to add spinach to my smoothies and of course to my salads, but we're going to also add it today to this delicious Italian dish. Now in the summertime, I love to grow fresh herbs, so because I don't have any, we're gonna pick up some fresh basil. I also like to have a variety of onions on hand: red onions, yellow onions, Vidalia onions, shallots, and garlic. For one of my favorite meals that I'm going to share with you in a bit here, I need some Philadelphia cream cheese, but again, it won't go to waste because my husband loves to put it on his bagels and his toast. Now, having a variety of cheeses is really important. We love our feta cheeses, we love our mozzarella cheeses, our pecorino Romano cheeses, love cheese. Sauces. I like to make my homemade sauce, so I like to have on hand some crushed tomatoes and tomato puree, tomato sauce, and some diced tomatoes because you can always use these in so many different recipes. Being an Italian family, of course, you know we have to have plenty of pasta. No Italian meal goes without crunchy Italian bread. It is a must in our house. Now, if you can get your hands on some Italian bread and maybe it's not crunchy, just put it in the oven for a little bit before you're ready to serve dinner and it will be perfect. So now let's talk some other staple items to have on hand. I love to have these little bruschettas. I love to have little bagel pieces. We also love to have some different kind of a variety of crackers because you're gonna see here we love our cheeses. My favorite cheeses to have on hand are fontanella cheese, a variety of cheddar cheeses. I like to have a hot pepper cheese, and I also love to have brie. While we were at the store, I was sharing with Lauren how much I love olive oil. I never knew anyone that really loved olive oil as much as me, and here Lauren feels the same way. Friends, there's just something about a good olive oil for cooking and for making salads. More staple items are olives, a nice variety of olives. I love Italian olives, I like black olives, I like green olives, I like Kalamata olives, you name it. Having olives on hand is just like having a bowl of chips for us. And again, some salsas and some variety of meats, prosciuttos, salamis, and pepperoni. And of course, you gotta have some fresh salsa. And when you have fresh salsa, you have to have some delicious tortilla chips. Of course, we do love our wine, and these are a few of my favorite reds. Bonanza, which is the baby of Caymus wine, which I absolutely adore. Decoy, and these are all either cabs or merlots or red blends in the Federalist. Now, Also, I love white dry wines, and you cannot go wrong. Of course, our favorite is Pinot Grigio, and these are quite a variety of brands that we do love: the Chloe, the Santa Margherita, and of course the Echo Domani and the Josh. We always like to have a bottle of Prosecco or a champagne on hand. Now, if you're someone that likes a little bit of a sweeter type wine, of course, then by all means, make sure you have a Riesling or something like that, because you just never know what kind of wine, if you do have some guests coming over, that they like, and you want to make sure that you have a variety. Also a Moss tonic water, and you want some club soda. I also like to have a variety of different mixers if you want different types of sodas. I am a big fan of the bubblies. I love them because the flavor is very light, but again, it just is something that someone wants just a little bit of a flavoring in, say like a vodka or something like that. You have a variety here to have on hand. Not to mention, it's just nice and refreshing to have just on some ice. Along with the love of olives, we do have a love of pickles. I like a variety of pickles too. The Sweet Heat are probably my absolute favorite. Let's talk coffee. I do like to have a variety of different types of coffee on hand. You all know that I do like flavored coffee, but I do like to have a box of decaf, like a light roast, maybe a darker roast. I just think when someone's going to stop over, maybe have some dessert or just some girl time with a cup of coffee, you want to make sure that you have something that will be appeasing to just about anyone that comes into your house, as well as I like to have a variety of teas. And then of course, lastly, I do not like to keep desserts around the house just because I love sweets, but I will keep some chocolate sweet treats around. So if someone is stopping by, I can at least put out a few little chocolates to go along with our coffee, and you cannot go wrong with these, and they don't go bad. Like if you always had some kind of dessert, nor if you don't have time to bake, this is just perfect to be able to throw out in a bowl, and your guests can help themselves. Lauren was out shopping along with me for some home decor and beauty items. Be sure to check out her video on Thursday to see what she picked up and how she styled her decor pieces. I just got home from the grocery store and put all the groceries away. We're gonna cook up something so yummy and delicious. And again, using those staple items that I showed you that I picked up at the store. Pasta, of course, so many uses. The cream cheese, you can use it on bagels, toast, spinach. As I mentioned earlier, I love to use spinach in my smoothies, in my salads, but today we're gonna use it in this yummy, delicious pasta dish. And of course, I always like to have a variety of sauces on hand. I do make my own homemade sauce, but sometimes I do like to have cans of diced tomatoes, of course, tomato puree, tomato sauce, and crushed tomatoes, and some other little spices and herbs. This is such a delicious and such a simple meal, so let's get cooking. I'm gonna start off by cutting a half of an onion, and while I am getting things prepared for this delicious Italian dish, I am going to go ahead and get my water started and make my pasta according to the box directions. And then next I'm going to go ahead and just dice up a few garlic cloves, and we're gonna go ahead and brown those. Now it's time to add my 15-ounce can of diced tomatoes. And then the spices we're gonna add to this dish is oregano and basil and crushed red pepper flakes. Now we're gonna add some tomato paste, a half a cup of water, and 4 ounces of cream cheese. and a half a cup of pecorino Romano cheese, and then a half a cup of fresh spinach. Now, the water that I do add to this is actually pasta water that I reserved from making my pasta. Now it's time to put out your beautiful flowers, open up a bottle of wine, and enjoy a wonderful evening with your significant other, hey, maybe even for yourself, or those last-minute friend get-togethers. Enjoy, friends. I surely hope that you enjoyed this video. These are staple items that I love to have on hand. You guys know if you watch our videos how much my husband and I love to entertain. Of course, we have our children, and they're always coming over, and our friends, and it's just nice to be able to not have to be stressed out and worried about, oh my goodness, what am I gonna serve? All you need to do is open up your pantry and your refrigerator, and you're good to go.